Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here, and welcome to something slightly different today. Now today I'm playing a little bit of Everquest Landmark. Now I've been playing this for around about 2 weeks now, since literally a day after the release. I've been following the game for a very long period of time. I've been watching all the videos. But like I said, I've been interested to see how the game goes. Now if I have to sort of explain this game, the best way I can explain it is sort of like Minecraft with sort of better graphics, but at the same time you can play with your friends because it's open world. I know you can invite your friends into Minecraft, but this is more like you build your plot next to your friend. Now, let me explain how it works. Now, the in-game ranking works. It's not actually character rank. It's more based around the tools you've got. And what you do is as you rank up with your tools and you mine different stuff. So say, for instance, like level 1 would be, you build a level 1 pick, you mine loads of level 1, then you do level 2, and you use the machines to build the tools, and then basically you're ranking up your actual tools. The better tools you got, the better stuff you can build, and so on. Now there's obviously things you can't mine along the way. I don't think I'll mine this. No, I'm too low ranked to mine that, unfortunately. It looks very nice, but I can't mine it. And then basically what you can do is you can place a plot down. Now I'm trying to show you a good example of a plot. Square plot. Is someone nearby? I'm going to need really too near. Let's go and have a look at this one down here. The way you actually place the plot is a square piece of land, and that square piece of land, you own that block of land. Now, as you can see here, this one sort of looks like it's sunken underground. It's because this person's decided rather to build up, they want to build down. And you can build quite far down. This plot probably goes down about 30 or 40 meters underground. It's a long, long way. I mean, we're talking like a maybe what, 50, 60 story building, maybe higher than that. But he's actually building down. Now the thing what I like about it is so if this is my plot here, you could have someone next to you, you can have all your friends around here building plots. Now as you go along in the game, what I've seemed to have found is, let's say for instance I build something in my base and it's a banister or handrail, and then someone builds some steps. Now one of the things the game lets you do, it lets you create blueprints. So you can create blueprints of objects, buildings, and you can either give them obviously to your friends, or later on you can actually sell them for real money, or they might go into the actual Everquest game, which is a slightly different game. Now, I actually started playing this, and initially it was just me logging in and having a look, and this is actually at the moment it's actually in pre-alpha, and then it's going into beta, I think around about the 22nd of March, around about that time. Now this is the mining process you go through. Can drop down the hole, but you end up falling about 6 miles down, so I'm just going to try and keep on the surface for the video. So I'm just mining a few bits away while I'm standing here, while I'm chatting away. Like I said, so you actually might end up building a base, or say a base or a building or tower, whatever's in your imagination, and that's what I like about the game. So it's quite creative in what you can actually do. Now the tools you actually get in game are pretty advanced. Now where something like Minecraft where you can build in blocks, what this does, it gives you other tools. Now these tools can actually be gained as you progress in the game, and you can build the new tools. So it's not like you start the game with all the tools. After a period of time, once you've got all the machines, you can build all different types of tools that do different things to the stone. So it's like smoothing, so you can smoothen the edges around the edges of square blocks. You can, all sorts of stuff you can do. Now I've been working pretty hard. I've had another subscriber help me along the way. It's very kind of him. A couple of people, what I did is on my TeamSpeak channel, I gave them the login for Everquest so they can experience the game, before they buy. And both of the people who actually have done it so far, 3 or 4 of them actually, have all bought the game. Because once you start playing this, I can't explain it. I think the best way I could let me try and explain why I like it. I've got a lot of games that I play. Let's say for instance, Arma 3, first person shooter, multiplayer. Could be multiplayer, PvP, PvE, whatever. Now, if I'm in a battle now and I'm standing here, I can't just stand here and walk away now from my keyboard and mouse. I have a responsibility in that game to fulfill a role, whether that's shooting another enemy or do something. Now, what I like about this game is it's quite relaxing. Once you start playing it, it's pretty chilled out. I mean, you could just log in for a little bit. It's one of them games you can play in a gap, or you can play for 9 hours. What you find is you end up playing for 9 hours because it's quite an addictive game. But it's one of them games where you can log in and you think, oh no, let's do a bit of mining, and you can be really creative and let your imagination run wild. Now, over the last, I would say, fair to say, 2 weeks I've been building. And I've done a lot of building, I'm not lying. And I've had one other subscriber help me out with some of the resources and building as well. And we've built this. Let's get a bit closer. It's not done yet. Look, this is my first ever try at building a building and just building something. And I like it. I mean, I started off, let me just talk you through it. I really enjoyed this, guys, so you're going to have to bear. I don't know if you're going to enjoy this as well, but, you know, I did. And I suggest that if you want that sort of game that can fill a gap, you know, in your gameplay between fast shoot 'em ups, something where you can chill out. And actually, one of the things I failed to mention, because it's open world, if I had 20 other people around me, everyone can come and say hello. Everyone can join in. And that's one of the things that I've always based my channel on. I always want other people to interact with me as well. So I can, you know, we all get to meet people, you know, have a good chat, you know, and share things that are in common with each other. Now, most of the games that I play, you're limited on how many players can go per side. Like Warframes is 4v4. Now with this, anyone can come along and say hello. Anyone on any server can drop into this server and walk over here and say hello. And that's what I like about it. And I think that's pretty cool. There's not many games you can actually do that, where you can actually go to that server and actually visit someone else, but here you can. Now anyway, this has taken me 2 weeks, and I'm going to go through some of the very sad things I've done here, but you're just going to have to bear with me. And I've noticed up on that tower there, someone's removed a block, so whoever did that, trouble. So I went with quite a basic foundation first of all. I wanted just to put a flat foundation down. And I wanted it to sort of sit high, because I've got quite a high spot here. I'm actually right in the corner of the map, so I'm quite pleased with the spot I got. Now, rather than having steps going up, because I've actually built right on the edge of my plot here, the edge of the plot is directly on that wall. Now, the way in, I've built a little door here, where you can run in here. And I've put these little lights in the wall, and it goes down a pair of steps. Now, once you're in here, I haven't finished building this yet, but downstairs here, it can go down quite far. This is going to be my machine room, where all my machines are. So I'm going to put them all down here. Haven't quite finished all the decoration yet, but that's later on. I've been working on the house, because my priority is to get the blueprints of the house. Because it's in alpha, you know, they might reset the server, so if I get the blueprints, I could just place it down again. Now, this takes me upstairs, and this is now takes me into my sort of castle, I could say. This archway took me about 3 hours to build. Now I know it's a bit blocky at the top, but making them rounding posts took quite a while. But there's also, I mean, this is quite basic what I've done here, but at the same time, I've only got like basic tools. There's loads of other tools you can get to make it look even better. But you know, I'm just a mere fish really in ability, and I've got a lot to learn. But I really enjoy doing it. It's something quite satisfying in doing it. Now, someone's made a back door here, but that wasn't originally there. Let's go in the front door. I think that's their temporary, so we can just get around there. Get around the front. Now on the front, I built this handrail. Unfortunately, I built it with quite a rare wood, which wasn't a particularly good idea. So I couldn't actually complete the end section. I'll have a look at the front here. Sort of tried to make it sort of look more like a building by putting these wooden panels in. The only tower that's actually done at the moment is this one. It's nearly done. On this side, this is going to be a copy of that tower. As you can see here, it's in the progress of being built now. It's not quite done yet. So I move down this way. So you can build all these lights. So all these little lights and things you're seeing here, like I can interact with these. I won't do it, but you can interact with them and turn the lights off. You can move them. You can do all sorts of things. I won't do that now. But you can build all sorts of stuff as well to go. You can build in trees, forests. So in the garden here, what you can do later on, I haven't managed to research everything yet and get all the tools, but what I'm thinking here, I might put a massive tree here and just build a really, really lush green garden and have this door coming out of the centre of the garden. You know, I'm going to do that at some point, but like I said, I haven't got all them tools yet. But back around the front anyway. So let's have a look inside. In the front door, there is a door here, but it needs a little bit of a bit of sorting out. Now, there's two ways upstairs. We've got this way. And these are some of our little bits and bobs. Actually, this was donated to me actually by someone else out in the field. Donated me these tables and chairs. Very kind of them. That handrail thing there took me about another 2.5 hours to build that. And then we've got little sort of gantry sort of walkways into the sort of towers next door. Now I don't know actually. This is my first go, and the thing what grates me a little bit is I'm very symmetrical. You know, if I do something, it's got to be perfect. If you look at this, I'll just explain what I mean by that. the poles are facing each other from here to here, here to here, and here to here. Everything lines up perfect, and the staircase goes down. It's just, you know, how it should be. Now the only thing that grates me, it's my first go. Look, you can see already, look, these things here are not straight on the other side, and that's all grated me a little bit. And that pole's not quite straight there, the pole's missing there. Even if I put that pole there, it causes a problem. I need to move the whole tower over, and I need to expand the tower. But this is my first go, so by any means it's perfect. So outside, this is the work in progress tower, not done yet, so that hopefully be done soon. See how we get on. Now look, I mean, this is the first part of it. And I really enjoy, once you start doing this, you'll really enjoy it. I find it quite sort of, you know, relaxing playing this. And you could lose a lot of hours in this game as well. Now the game works at the moment. It's actually going to be free to play when it comes out. Probably going to be quite a few months yet. But I think it's going into, as I say, the beta release, which is going to be probably a more finalised copy. Which is going to be more likely in around about the middle of March, end of March. So it's not long anyway, so you're probably better off waiting. But look guys, this is, I think from a you know, chilled out sort of gameplay, this fits into my library. This fits into my game library quite well. It's a game where, you know, other people can come and join in no matter where they are. You know, it's something that you could, you know, it's just something you could just quickly log into and just play a little bit, work on a couple of steps. There's loads more to the game than probably what I mentioned, and there's lots of other stuff they're going to be adding as well. And I'm quite interested. They're adding actually water soon, and how the water works. So let's just say there was a lake, and you dug a hole. That hole you would dig, as long as if it come out the other side, the water would flow through that. So what you can actually do is you can actually make like water fountains, you know, water flow through your property, you know, by diverting the channel and stuff like that. And you know, if you think about it, what outside looks like now will be different in a longer period of time. You know, things will change. And what, really, we can have a look at someone else's house, and we'll pop over here. Now it's quite a small neighbourhood around here. I know this chap over here, very nice guy, and I'm going to have to say it, he's been working on his steps for the last probably 2 weeks. And that's what it's like. This is what the game's like, guys. You get neighbours. There's no, I think they're going to add, there's going to be a PvP part of it, but not around here, or PvE. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but to be honest, I'm quite content with what I've got with the game already. But we'll take up a look up here, because I know he'd be pleased to show his steps off. He's done a good job. I think he actually originally built the steps out of sand and all that. I think he built them out of basic material, and then he upgraded it to stone. So let's go and have a look. Now this is quite a good example actually. So you can see the plot there. See that sort of shape there? That's the plot. So you can see that he's built to nearly to the edge of the plot over this side. Now that might go down quite a bit. I don't know, we can't see the bottom of the plot, but it will go down quite a long way. Let's go and take a look inside. Here we go. Lots of steps. They're all in stone now. I mean, to do these, place these blocks down, guys, if you've been in the game, you know what I mean? This is like... So, what's happened is this chap now has become the step builder. So if you ever want to build some steps, you need to come and talk to him. Because not only that, I mean, he could blueprint it and then say, look, guys, you know, if you want to blueprint these steps, you know, here they are. So you can actually trade stuff as well. You can actually trade goods as well. You collect materials as you go along, so I can just quickly show you as well. So things like, here we go, stone. So yeah, you've got one type of stone, and then it's one type of stone, but you've got different types of render. So if we look at the different types of render, if you look at the floor here, the square tiles, you've got this pattern here. So we'll show you another example. I don't think he's got any plain stone here. Let's see, no. And then you've got like woods as well, you know, all different types of woods, all different types of wood, you know. Obviously these ones are obviously more valuable types of wood, so, you know, if you build something in this, if you build a, you know, you want to make it so it's not maybe like a whole wall or something, because you're going to run out of resources. So yeah, you've got all sorts of, all different types, you've got valuable sort of crafting sort of stuff as well. And then you've got different types of shapes of blocks you can place. You know, and then this is also about the templating, and we don't need to go into that. So let's just a basic overview today, guys. I mean, look, I don't know if I'm going to do any more videos on this yet, but I definitely wanted to make a video. What would I say about the game? Would I buy it? 100% yeah, guys. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I've got no relationship with the game makers or anything, but what I would say is if you're like me and you want to play a game every now and again and just chill out, there, and you know, you want to build up a bit of a community. It's almost like a community, I suppose, isn't it? You know, there's different people around. I know everyone around here pretty much. We've got a couple other guys as well over the back there. There's loads of plots around here, guys. So if you jump in the game, you know, you can just nothing stopping you whacking a plot next to me, really. Yeah, like I said, know all these guys around here. Great bunch of guys, and it's an enjoyable game. So whether you want to make the pledge now, there is a founders packages there. It can be a little bit expensive at the moment. I think they're sitting around about the $60–70, but there is one bigger than that. But I think the cheapest you can go, if you want to go into beta, I think there's one for $29. Either that, or you can wait until it comes out and free to play. But the way I see it is look, there's not many games that I've got like this. It's the only one. It's in its realm of its own, really, because I don't really play Minecraft. But I'm really interested to see where this game goes. I mean, even at the moment, even in the alpha stage, there was a few bugs at the start, but guys, but with all fairness, it was pretty, you know, they did pretty well. I'm quite impressed. And I'm looking forward to seeing what other dynamics they bring in the game as you go along. And like I said, you can craft trees, you can craft absolutely everything you can think of, pretty much. And I've no doubt as the game progresses, they will be adding more content for stuff for us to craft. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.